Hi, this is James Melendez, James the Wine Guy, here to share this bottle with you today. It's an Albariño called Pazo San Mauro, and this is a 2009 vintage. It's an Albariño from Ries Baixos, and this is a 12.5% alcohol content wine. And really, as I mentioned in a previous video on Albariños in general, they do mention Albariño on the label, which is unique because in Spain you're not going to see the varietal generally on the wine label itself, and that is because the region is always put in place of and that's just like all significant wine regions in Europe, shall we say. So this one gives a definitive quality that this is from Galicia, and you can see the back panel here as well, the very familiar certification from Ries Baixos, and it's a really beautiful certification stamp, and talks a little bit about the wine here. It gives some indications about this wine, where it comes from, and actually I have a map that I think is a really good way to look at the subzone where this is coming from. So on this map here in the purple region, Condado Dotea, is where this comes from. So while not on the water itself, on the Atlantic, it's getting a lot of influences from the Atlantic. So it's slightly inland, but the Atlantic influences are pretty profound. So it's getting those characteristics of a cooler wine, and I think that's the character and quality of this wine, which is the acid base is all about food. It could be all about seafood. When I went to this tasting, I had this wine paired with Indian food, and the Indian food was vegetarian. It's phenomenal. The heat didn't overtake the flavor profile, and this matched up really well because the characteristics of this wine are really unique and interesting. So I'll take a little taste of this wine and tell you what it's like. Deep colored wine, really beautiful, just golden colored wine, light gold colored. And what I love about this wine immediately is that when you take the scent on this and taste it, they're remarkably different in some ways, and that's not unusual. Wines do that. But what I like about this wine, it has a really beautiful smokiness, and it's not from necessarily the barrel. It's just this wine in particular has this characteristic of smoke and almonds and orange and bergamot and lemon peel, lemon zest. And I think it's a really beautiful, gorgeous quality that's going to pair well with, such as I had, Indian food or seafood. One of my favorite staples is oysters, and to pair this with that is really a great homage to thinking about the food styles in Galicia. And to think about, I think of octopus, which I adore, I love. Would pair extremely well with this wine. So I give this one a 9.2 out of a 10.0 scale. For more reviews, please go to jameswineguide.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, and Google+. Salud.